Hi there, it's Matt from iTuition here. Just thought I'd do a quick video for people who are either in the transition from GCSE to A level, or even in year 12, I suppose, still who've now got the information that their linear courses, although the exams will be next year, perhaps some of the predicted grades might be given by the teachers. So if you're a GCSE student and you were due to sit your examinations this summer, your tutors and your teachers are going to be given the ability to give you some predicted grades, which will therefore allow you to progress to either college or even something else, depending if you're going to a different progression route, depending on your past performance, your mocks, probably your coursework, if you've done something like that, and how you've been for the last couple of years, basically. So basically how you've worked will allow you to progress, hopefully, to the college or institution of your choice. So with that in mind, for those people who might be wanting to either start their journey to A-levels or equivalent, I would seriously consider looking at both the topics that you maybe haven't covered. So if it's the end of B3, or if it's some of the experiments that maybe you haven't seen yet, be YouTube videos for those to have a look at. And also just probably start getting a good look at perhaps what's on your specification. So if you know that the local college offers OCR biology or AQA biology, or even Edexcel, if you're going to do that, download the specification, read the entire thing through, look how you're going to be assessed and examined, and the weightings of perhaps each of the exams and when they're going to be. But also, if I were you, I would look at the first topics, which is usually things like cell structure, cellular transport mechanisms, and maybe even some things in plant transport, I suppose, and microscopy, and think about maybe how that could be developed from what you know GCSE so far. Or if not, then start reading some online textbooks or texts or websites to try and give you an indication of what the difference between those two subjects at GCSE and A-level. You find there's significantly more detail between perhaps what you've learned at school from what a UCAR Excel might contain, compared to all the organelle structure and functions that you'll do at A-level. So you're going to have quite a lot of time between probably now and September. And if you did half an hour, 1 hour a day, even at most, pre-preparing you for some of those courses, you'll be well ahead, hopefully, by the time that goes, by the time your course commences, whether it's still going to be online by that point. If coronavirus is still going, if the colleges are still going closed down, perhaps you'll be enrolled in a distance setting. Maybe they'll have like a Google Classroom or Teams or something like that set up where you can actually start your courses early, and maybe some of the pre-production material might be able to be sent to you to do that. So if you are worried, you always get in contact with the college that you've applied to, see what their processes are in place, because they might have packs ready or they're about to start doing packs, or you can get in contact with those tutors to then get you a head start. Maybe you won't have access to their library textbooks and things that you maybe might normally, but you'll be able to look at some things online, find some good resources, some good YouTube videos, online tutors if you so desire, and get a good head start, especially those people who are interested in healthcare, medicine, dentistry, veterinary sciences, things like that. You need to be able to hit the ground running to make sure that you are well prepared. So if you do need help, obviously you can get in contact with any private tutors, myself included, to try and do that, to make sure that you are stretched and challenged from both your GCSE understanding of what you perhaps would have been examined on this summer, but also to make sure that you've got the best start for your A-levels, and that to progress on to the more difficult things that you will come across in your A-levels, especially the how the practicals and what you'll learn from the assessed practicals into the exams, and some of the skills and the data interpretation, the evaluation techniques and things like that, to make sure that you're absolutely on the mark for the higher order skills. Not just what's this, what does it do, but being able to explain, describe, and synthesize the information from that, which is in novel contexts, etc. So the very best of luck for both the rest of the summer, depending on what you're doing. I hope you and all your family, everyone's nice and healthy, staying safe, hopefully, in these troubled times, and make sure that you both enjoy yourself and that you do little and often to make sure that you keep your brain active and functional, and so that when you do start your courses, hopefully in September onwards, that you'll be, shall we say, ready, hit the ground running, and to keep your motivation so that you'll hopefully succeed at your courses to the best of your ability.